go. Yep. I forgot to pull up my pop-out chat. I had motherfucking minimized. Hey. Like some beach, I had the damn thing minimized. Make sure, like it's actually present and accounted for. Okay. Alright, so we'll check, make sure everything is good there, which it seems to be. And now, going to check on Discord. Yeah, why is it showing that? Okay. I almost forgot, but I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I was like, I almost forgot about I was like, why am I getting a notification for? Alright, everything seems good on Discord. Now I'm gonna go on Twitch Mobile. See, because I got the league. I don't know why it's like like the first thing I saw, someone was like, I think like playing a Silent Hill game, and like the first thing I saw was like a fucking dog statue that's supposed like some sort of jump scare. Excuse me. Anyway, so everything seems good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow remote maniacs. As Mr. Robo Rose is here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons, and tonight I decided to play some more Elden Ring Night Rain, for, as you can probably tell by the title of the stream, doing some Everdark Solvent boss grinding to rein in the Sigil currency. So, for those that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. So, underneath all of the bosses are 3 bosses that are in purple. These are called Everdark Sovereign bosses. So, Everdark Sovereign bosses is basically the majority of the majority of the bosses in the game that are not the final bosses. So basically, no Hilster / Night Aspect and no Dreadlord. But everyone else has an Everdark Sovereign form where they basically have excuse me, a new third phase. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you are saying like, well, how do they have a third phase? When they usually have 2. So, majority of the bosses in this game, so majority of the bosses in this game, they start when it comes to their Everdark Sovereign forms. They usually do a thing where they start off in their phase 2, and then once they're down like a certain point of health or whatever, or maybe like they're down for the count for the time being, then that's when their phase 3 activates. And phase 3, and the phase 3s usually means that it's going to, be more like, it's going to try and hit harder, be more devastating than anything that they could do, that they were able to do in their phase 1 or phase 2. And once you beat, and when you beat an Everdark Sovereign boss, you get a special currency called, I think it's called Sovereign Sigils, which you can go to use at the collector signboard here out and about in the basically here in this area. So you go here, and you got like a handful of things. You can alter a sign of grace for 1 sigil. Well, actually, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. So you can alter a sign of grace where it's like you can have like the darkened theme, or the bright light, bright lit up theme. You can conjure shifting earths, which you have these options. I think they usually cost 1 sigil or 1 sovereign sigil, whatever you want to call it. And if you have like if you have like a witch's brooch from Guardian or whatever, you can turn that in to get either or. But I say it's not really worth it, because from what I've seen, it's like the witch's brooch and the cracked witch's brooch, they basically do the same thing. So it's like, But the main event is in the view catalog. So you got a few things to choose from. So you got extra vessels for all the characters in the game, including DLC. You got special relics, and you got garbs. So let's say, for example, that you want to let's say, for example, that you don't have enough merc, I guess is what it's called in this game, to get, like, say, Undertaker's brass garb. Well, if you have at least 5, sovereign, like at least 5 sovereign sigils, then you can be able to go from there. You can get it that way. Some of them cost like 5, others 10, and some that are 20. So yeah. When it comes to relics, you have basically 8 boss relics that are Everdark Summit form, and you have special relics that is tied to like certain characters, or you have what could be referred to as like universal relics. Like if I can find one, Like for example, like this one right here. It's low restore HP for self and nearby allies when HP is low. You got this one right here. You got like you got a nice little bit of relic to choose from, especially this one. This is kind of like the most infamous, universal relic that there is in this game. Um, People call, I think it's like the Evergel relic, where it's like, oh, you have like, Storm Sword Key, possession of Start Expedition, attack power increase for each every person defeated, and you have a treasure marked on the map. You could do a thing where you have Starlight Shards, possession of the Start Expedition. This is like a little universal thing, if you wanted to, kind of like maybe make like a team build, and stuff like that. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorites right here. I use it for my Wilder build, and stuff like that. And then of course, you got large scenic flat stones, and you got deep large scenic flat stones. So these two basically are for main game, or like main for like main game purposes, all that stuff. And usually what happens is like if you have like these, if you have a certain amount of sigils at most, you go to get certain you get like a few large scenic flat stones that have 3 passive effects each time. And you got the deep ones here for Deep of Night if you are into that, which I am not, because I think I said before, but I think Deep of Night is actually trash because you get really nothing of value from it. Alright, Undertaker.
I am not capable of taking your confession, if that is your hope. So many Night Lords. We'll just have to take them one by one.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I have her in her remembrance thing, where basically it's like her thing's basically like her Bane attire, but the necklace is something that the scholar gives her, during this little thing. But anyway, so a lot being said, I'm going to I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to kind of play around with my build a little bit. I'm going to show you a little random build that I've made for Raider. So this is what I call the Colossal Restore build. As you can see, it is using the Giant's Crater Grail, which is all blue. And this is the following things. So all of them are Grand Drizzly scenes. So the main thing the main thing about this was, I guess you say the main little point was this relic right here, where it has like HP and SP restoration restored, restoration upon colossal weapon attacks. Now, I'd say this is almost like I would say like this is almost a god tier like relic, but it's not quite in the the 10 out of 10 type thing. Mainly because of the guardian, but mainly because of the one guardian ability, which I just it's kind of like but at the same time, like if you're someone who plays Raider a lot, um, then it's a nice little thing to use. It's like, hey, you can build you can build mix stuff out of it. And I have one right here where it's slow restore HP for yourself and nearby allies when HP is low. Attack power increase for each every prisoner defeated. And improved poise and damage negation when knocked back by damage. And I believe this one right here was something that I got during my, my mini random adventures. So I guess you could say it's kind of like I don't know if I want to say this is like a god tier like relic, but it's very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be rocking these two relics in particular as I do this. Switch my thing. And then this one right here, I mainly had this on for changes compatible armament skill to prayerful strike, extra of expedition, which could be very nice to use, especially like if you can actually somehow get get like some good hits on and fill up your fill up your FP bar in some sort of way, to get some of that stiff back. But I think what we're going to probably do for this particular run is we're gonna use one of the balancer relics. We're gonna use the blue one, which is right here. So the will of the balancers improves melee and skill attack power and continues FP recovery. Now, I have not put two and two together about how things are when it comes to having continuous FP recovery and FP restoration upon close weapon attacks, but it could be a nice little thing to use, especially for what we're about to face. But as they say, it's worth the experiment. And so the boss we're going to be doing, at most, if we can, is Everdark Augur, or Everdark Mirrors. So, I talked about this boss beforehand and everything, and I'm gonna reiterate. So, I'm not the biggest fan of this boss, of how they did it, because basically what happens is that in the new form of Everdark Augur or Mirrors, whatever you want to call it, I'm just gonna say Augur. But basically in the new Everdark form of Augur, all of your weapons that you came prepared for and all that stuff, basically it just goes out the window. So for example, if you were at let's say for example, you were playing as a raider and you had your starting weapon, do lightning damage, or say if you were playing as Iron Eye, and your starting bow do lightning damage. Well, pretty much you can only be able to use it in phase 1, and I say phase 1 because it's not like facing Everdark. It's not like facing Augur in like her second form type thing. It's like the way that they've done this is that basically you fight the invader version of Augur, and then once you kill that, it drops a legendary gold dormant powers thing for you, and it's always a +3 legendary version of your character's starting weapon, no matter who it is. And the Astral War changes to Storm Ruler. Now, Storm Ruler in this case is really the only thing that you can be able to use in order to take down Everdark Augur's new form. Now, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a bit of a mixed bag. I'm not gonna say I love it, but I feel I can tolerate it. It's like it's like the old saying of it's like I have a love-hate relationship type of thing. Well, in this case, it's kind of like I hate, but I can tolerate this kind of thing because I've kind of learned about how to, because I've kind of I've learned some things about this this fight. I can try to prepare for certain things, at most. But as long as somehow RNG was be's nice to me. And I'm gonna kind of just explain it to people who might want to know how to make this a little bit more bearable-ish. So, what you want to do is if you're ever doing an Everdark Augur run, the one thing that you want to try and do is you want to try and find some stuff that you can be able to you can be able to use to heal yourself. Whether it be like some sort of stat like Sigils, where it's oh, you got like Earth Tree heal, or whatever, stuff like that, or maybe if you can somehow find something that gives holy ground, or if you have the ability to where it's oh, low HP, creates holy ground, stuff like that. If you go do something like that, if you do anything like that, then you might have a decent little chance. The other thing I would say to try and do is I would try and maybe get a opportunity. I maybe would try to do a little thing of having the flash restores HP at a slow, gradual rate or whatever, because it will kind of be a little thing to where you don't have to chug more than once all the time, and you can maybe you get a few hits in, maybe kind of tank like a certain little attack or two, and then go from there. So, yeah. Now, I'd say, as far as like any kind of particular character goes, I say like if you know how to play as Revenant decently well or something like that, then that could probably be like a nice little start to use because Revenant's known to have the healing incantation on her finger seal, so you can build you can build use that. Or like I said, even if you find something that gives that gives you any kind of other healing in some sort of way, then you can be able to go from there. Because one thing I've learned over like the many amount of times that I've fought this boss, um, if you charge your Storm Ruler up, not only does it do the thing where it's like it'll eventually like have the full force to use on the auger, but it'll also but also do the little thing of refilling your FP bar up. So anything that you build, so anything that you would use your FP for, you can be able to use that as much as possible. And like I said, like I like being able to, um, I like being able to, to like at most, find some sort of, like a healing thing, to use. Whether it be like, whether it be like, like a, like a shield that gives holy ground, or maybe like, doing power that helps give holy ground when I'm at when I'm getting like low HP, or, just, find some kind of seal that, can help me out with that. Now I don't know for sure if we're gonna actually be able to, have, I don't know for sure if we're gonna be able to get into any like, trio sessions or whatever. Because sometimes, sometimes queuing up for like any boss in particular is random. Sometimes you might get into like sometimes like you might queue up for a boss that that you get queued in for rather quickly. Sometimes it takes a little bit, here and there. Sometimes you might not get anything at all. And other times where it's like, and other times it's kind of like just, you have to, like keep refreshing and refreshing and, requeuing and all that. So just fucking see if anything happens. But yeah, the Everdark Summon bosses they actually updated a little while ago. Um, let's see, I think it was around maybe like an hour or so because it's like it's almost 12:30 for me. So yeah. But yeah, usually the way I do these kind of things is like I like to sometimes try and queue up in a trio session, just play with randoms and all that stuff, see what kind of stuff and things happen. I have actually done like I think like at least a couple of runs where it's like I've done like solo runs against for to do a thing against Everdark Augur, but I like trying them like maybe at most. I feel like at most I maybe like to try and like play with other people, whether it be like whether it be like in a duo type thing or even in trios. So okay. So we got an iron eye. Might have a Wilder as well. Take bits and started. Oh my god. Hit that. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. 10. The one thing I got to remember is that I have HP and FP restoration on close weapon attacks. So unless I can get something that, you know, is a close weapon, I gotta remember to keep my my starting thing as much as I can until like I said, I can find something better. Alright, let's see what they got. Magic. Kinda funny he's using like that in those two things. Apparently the Wilder's using both. The Wilder's apparently using both Balancer relics. They're using a yellow relic. Keep that from now, I guess. Not really sure why we're going to a holy place, but I mean, hey, it's something, you know, it's something. We haven't actually seen anything that, you know, has gonna give us any lightning value. Alright, let's see what we got. Sigils brick hammer. Holy grease. Take that and nom on that. Okay, I'd say Golden Land is not too bad. I mean, you just gotta like to pummel that thing into the ground. That one's angry. Oh. Like a big wrenching branch. Well, we got 12 up in this bitch. Like, oh, goody. Hopefully whatever's underneath is something that's going to be tolerable. The Reverend Dog. kind of funny, but the expedition I had before this, before I even went live and whatnot, I actually got pretty lucky to have not one but two winning graces. Boiled prawns. Ouch. Yeah. Could resist the thought because sleep's gonna be the main little issue per se. Put that there. All two hand. Me great hammer. Take that for now. Are we going up tap? Apparently. We're also dealing with a draconic tree sentinel. Ow. Like, do we really want to fight a draconic tree sentinel right now? Like, draconic tree sentinels are the worst, man. Like, they're the fucking worst. It's like, I would honestly rather fight a regular tree sentinel. I'm also like, why can I not do my retaliate thing? Ow. that for right now, I guess. Ow. Like you, not It's like, bloody hell, you not I never knew there was a fucking... I never knew there was actually a possibility to have a chest right there. Like, man, why couldn't this been up top? So like, man, why couldn't this be why couldn't this been this thing bad? Actually, you know what? I want that. But I don't want it. I kind of want to do that. Didn't want to really waste it on that fucker, but I had to make room. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep the Revenant seal thing. Because that will come in handy. Hey, there's another onion raider. What are the odds it's going to be Godric? Nope. Ow. Hang on, you know what? Yellow dollar. Really good there for more. Yeah, now looking good. Brr. 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 How many sounds these guys make, I swear. Old Scribble Scrib, what do you have today? Not anything, not the best thing, but we'll take it nonetheless. Maybe you might have something. Hopefully not really the best thing, but I'll do it for the hell of it. A chest. Well, it won't do it, but I only have so I can only do so many. I can only hold so many things right now. Get that. Ow. Son of a beach. I could have gotten that here. In fact, I could have got the thing at. I got the thing at the. I could have got the damage out, like the runes of the strong, and then I could have gotten that here, but oh well. It's fine. Can't always really predict when you go. You can't always really be able to predict that kind of shit either, so. Hello, ow, ow. Max stamina. Mar and the flower blossom. All the first possibility. I was kind of hoping to get ahead of the fucking storm, not still be in it. Fuck, no, there's no damn. Come on. I'll take it. Like, respect them. It's like, yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Can improve stance breaking. Always nice little thing to see. Oh, they went. They're cutting through. They're cutting through the tunnels. Yeah, excuse me, fellers. You know what? Worth it for another aesthetic stone too. My birds are filling up quite nicely. I'm gonna find out where they're at. Eclipse Hotel. If that was my Tricephalus thing, I would have taken that, but they're gonna do me any good, you know it did. Oh yeah. Iron Man's got both the arrows, talismans. Oh, not this bitch. More guts. Like, I am everything burning. Alright, so yeah, so like I said, I'm definitely keeping this. Because it has heal. Unless one of these things has something greater than a heal. Nope. Like, nope, not another thing. Is it gonna be regular? Ow! Is it gonna be regular or draconic tree symbol? What the fuck? Yeah, don't think I didn't see you. Or a big assumption. Okay. Can I get it? Yep, I can. Alright. That. Okay. Okay, so the idea is I'm gonna be trying to, I'm gonna use this for the first phase. I'm gonna eat this and then switch, you know, kind of like switch sides. It moves. And then when we get to, you know, phase 2, I'll have this on my offhand. I'll have the seal on my offhand. And I'm able to hopefully, you know, only use my, my flask for emergencies. Ow. put that there. Pop myself off a little bit. As soon as I do that, alright. Alright, so we go from 14 to 19. Sell. Keep that for now. Sell, sell, sell. Great sword HP. I'll keep it for now. Even though I'm probably not gonna really use it, but well, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, Dork Power, I'll discover this, that, and the third. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much the little rhythm-ish thing, you know, if you want to call it that. Like I said, like have just, like I said, just have some sort of way, to like maybe find a seal that, gives some sort of heal, even if it's like, maybe like a a fallen red body. Like I said, just keep that shit, maybe upgrade a little bit if you can, and, go from there. Kinda curious about something, hold on. Oh, seals. I'm gonna try a little something interesting. I don't know if it's gonna actually, work fully in my favor. But I have got to remember I got to remember the fucking, hold on. Like I got to remember the fave that I can put in my face so I can be able to find that shit much easier. Alright, let's see. Uh, I'll do that for right now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this might be a little bit weird, but Sacred Seal things, it's like, oh, maybe I could both actually, find a little something that could give me, could like give me some sort of, some sort of healing thing. Possibly, with time stomach gauge, slow increase the attack power, maybe that might help. So I think we're gonna try once more time. We're gonna play around with this little. We're gonna experiment with this little build. See what kind of results we get. Also, speaking of builds, might do some with Iron Eye real quick. Okay, so blue. There's my little fave thing right here. Use that right there. Do all options for bows. Okay. What about blood loss? Oh, yep. I'll do that for right now. Oh, we're gonna have 2 executors, maybe? Come on. Ah. I eat it and not Kimoni. I think they were both wearing the same exact outfits. I think they're both wearing the darkness attire. Alright, so we'll see how this one goes, and then maybe I might try a little thing with Iron Eye. Yeah, I might try a little thing with Iron Eye to, you know, try out that little like random bow thing. I'm actually kind of like thinking like sort of speak about like doing other little places in the future where it's like if I have like certain things that, or, you know, like I have dormant power helps go to this, that, and the third for some of the characters, then you know, I might like do little runs with that. Yep, they're wearing the exact same thing. Okay. That is a dragon. I wouldn't go out there if I were you. It's like, we are low level. Hey! Like, oh. None of that. on that. You want to go there for magic? Oh, you nuts! Dude. I don't like being sniped like that. That's what I'm trying to get, fucking thing. Alright, meanwhile I'm back at the ranch. There's this little special little area. Ooh! Looky here, Herschel. Huh. So yeah, basically when you see like that little area, a little spot where it has like a flat surface, that usually means that usually means it's like a little like a little secret little thing right there. So all you gotta do is kind of like just do like one little roll and go open that place up, and you can go find maybe like some nice little things here and there. Sometimes you might find like some talismans. Maybe you'll find like like some maybe like something like some talismans. Maybe a purple weapon like Elijah's got. Just different things like that. Oh well. All I need now is all I need now is some sort of shield, and I can be a Mr. Pokey Pokey. take that. That's the only one that's really good. Take that from now. Sure. Okay. Okay, I'll take Holy Ground. Actually, I wanted to take the Exalted Flesh versus, a lightning butchering the life. Alright. Do you want to see what's up here? Because, you know, when... Can I say, like, the one thing, you know, to try and do if you're at the castle is, you know, if you have the ability, you know, always see what's up here. I'm doing it mainly because it has the. I'm taking this because, like, you know, it has the no skill Ash of War. If I can only get to the Grace here, I should be able to get to level 7. Or 8. That's Vex 2. That highly works, yeah. Alright, Guardian Golem. That's really what I'm looking for, so for... dog. Oh, get off me! Yeah. Oh well. At least we managed to get the, at least we managed to use the thing on the, we used to be rishing brass on the crab. How you got some of these guys still alive? They go away, ooh. Okay, goes down here. Not seeing anything for heals. These sacred seals. Not seeing any heals on these sacred seals. You could have just waited. Ow! Like, I literally could not do anything there. There you go. Ow! Hit me when I wasn't looking, eh? I think I was inside my own total stella. Give me a sec. Ugh. My ears are kind of doing a thing. Like my ears are kind of doing a thing again. Hey, well, like I don't hear. Imagine if I can actually jump from get up there from down there. That height, that elevation. There's no rooms obtained. Oh, hello. So, unfortunately, we haven't been invaded by Noster. Hey! What usually happens is there's like little like thing, I don't know what you want to call it, permanent like randomized vortex, but if you get caught in that, then you lose a level, bit by bit. Yeah, if you get caught in that, like I said, you lose a level, each time. Even if, like, say, and even if, like, say, for example, you get caught in that, maybe get very unlucky to get to like level 2 or something like that, and then you end up going down, and you don't get revived, then it still counts as, like you losing the level, the other way, so you'll go to like level 1. Nice. So basically, it's kind of like a thing where it's like, you don't want to, you don't want to lose your level from the sentient pest, aka Noster. and then like, you know, somehow I'll go down shortly after to the point where, you know, like you lose another life, or lose another level. Because you can literally lose 2 levels at most, maybe more. Depending on, like, you know, how unlucky you are to be caught and stuff. Anyway, I know I said I was going to be, I might, you know, might have actually tried to do a thing with Iron Eye next, but I think probably like after this session I'm actually going to call it. I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to say like I'm getting like, you know, like dead ass tired. But ew. How dare you smack at me with your damn little torch stick. Ow. Ah, I got caught. And I'm down. What's this? There you go. Fuck a duck. Ah, well. It's wide, man. Really, it's wide. Let's see what this old boy has got. Yeah, I will actually take Black Flame Blade. I mean, yeah, it's clearly we're all here. Blech. So we're gonna get guy skins. Alright, fat fucking down. Like, sure, we'll get that. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Put that here. Okay. I'm playing around with Bloodhound step, apparently. I think you know more than got rivers of blood. Wow. had no choice but to use a fucking ow flask. Meow. My God, look at this bitch. Ow! I don't want to use one of my flask. I'm kind of having no choice right now. Thank you. I don't know why it went that way. I can't get a lock on it because I'm not fucking out of bubbles. Alright, give me a sec. I want to try and find out why the other dude left. Okay. So... Okay. Dragonfire, I can build something I can use for Revenant. No, I'm not gonna, no, I'm not gonna, no, I was gonna say one thing and then all of a sudden it comes out another. I'm not going to fully assume that it was rage quit as to why the other executive left. Like, I don't know exactly as to why they would rage quit, like, you know, everything was going good. But, like, I don't know if it's just maybe like, there's kind of like the handful of times where it's like, you know, people just up and randomly leave, and they never come back. It's like, it always make, like, the one thing I always kind of, has always known to happen was, you know, like, someone just generally just rage quits. I'd say if you could, I say if you could, if you pair that up with, I'd say if you pair that up maybe with, you know, the Dreadlord relic, that could be, you could probably get the spell out. Nation. Game. So yeah, apparently he said that his power cord thing was, had apparently his power cord thing, I guess, like came out or something like that, and all that. So he had some subtle issues and stuff there. But I told him that, but I did tell him that I did tell him though that we did end up winning. So all right, so yeah, that was another little random installment of Eldring Night Rain. Doing some Everdark Sovereign boss grinding, mostly with Everdark Augur. It's a shame that that dude. It's a shame that that dude had the issue that he did. But I will say him and that other executive guy. At least they weren't like that one executive that I came across last time during the fucking anniversary of Night Rain, being pretty much the entitled prickhead. But yeah, we are going to end, and we're going to see if we can raid someone. Weird. I don't know why, but it's like I sometimes really hate it when it's like I go on the Twitch mobile, I look up at the start, like try to look at the streams and everything like that, and then next thing I know it's like, oh, it's like it's not giving me a preview. How long have you been streaming for, hell? Last time I'm gonna raid into you. Last time I ran into you, like you're pretty much just ending. Give me a sec. Oh. Can I think about raiding to this person? But at the same time, though, it's like, they've been live for about like 4 hours or so at most. And I don't even know exactly as to how long they're gonna be going, how much longer they're gonna be going for. Yeah, this person's playing Night Rain. Shit. Alright, well, we might see if we can raid this person, even though they've been live for almost about like, almost close to 12 hours, but... Eh. Then again... Like, I'm really curious to actually, try and raid into here. Okay, so I normally don't raid people who who have follower only and everything, but this person is seemingly good friends with Invert Shadow, and they seem like good people. So it's kind of it's kind of like one of those rare moments where it's like, you know what, I'm actually going to, you know, drop a follow and everything like that. And I remember like the last time I was going to try and raid into them, they're like literally like wrapping up. So I did there. It's like as to how long they're gonna be streaming for. Because like I said, they've been streaming for about 4 hours at most. So, and I'm kind of curious to see, like if we can expel right into them. Because last time I tried raiding someone that I knew per se, through the channel and all that, couldn't do it. Because, the read limit. So that was kind of interesting, but stupid. Alright, give me a sec while I wait for my chat my chat settings, to appear. I'm going to go all the way down, to go to Better TTV, so I can go clear chat whenever I'm ready. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that though, and as always, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it and everything. Um, so, let's see if we can do this raid. Somebody says we can. We can. Taking a sweet little time though to give me the thing. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today though, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you don't follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, know real good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. You can Blue Sky as well, and until I see you on the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.